I don't care when people do fucking great things. I don't want anybody to do good shit. But fucking me.
What'd you say?
I fully endorse that message.
It's hardcore. It's uncensored. It's On Your Mark with Mark E. Xtreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the most extreme wrestling podcast you're going to find. You may even find some thumbtacks in your ears when this episode's done. No, that's not for real. That just making jokies. I'm Skeeter Skyflyer, and I'm bringing the host with the most. I'm not saying he's fat. He used to weigh more, but now it's muscle, and now he's toned. He's very toned, and he's extreme. And my bestest friend, Mark Xtreme.
Okay, I'm not fat, Skeeter. I'm not fat.
Yeah, I know.
Why is your voice high pitched like that?
Well, that's not to say you were never fat.
I have always been jacked as hell, carved from granite.
Carbs from granite?
No, I didn't say carbs from granite. Carved from granite, you dumbass. Like, you're already pissing me off, and we just started this thing. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark. Xtreme, 15 plus years, undefeated, backyard wrestling entertainment champion and owner. And on top of all that, bomb ass, fat ass, cool ass, sexy ass shit. I am the host of On Your Mark, the #1 wrestling YouTube channel, giving you the best wrestling content for years. And so we thought, oh, well, you know what? We're giving you all the best wrestling content on YouTube. We might as well give you the best wrestling content in the podcast world. So that's why we're giving you the On Your Mark Wrestling Podcast every Wednesday via Dragon Wagon Radio. We are diving hardcore deep inside of topics and giving you the most raw and uncensored take that you've ever heard. And some past episode examples are the Young Bucks and dumbass topics like Nicholas that Skeeter picks. But this week is no different, and I am very excited to hear what Skeeter has decided to pick for this week's episode of the On Your Mark Wrestling Podcast.
Marky Xtreme.
Is that what we're doing this week?
No, I was talking to you. Marky Xtreme.
Oh, fuck. You got me excited. There's nothing that would get me more excited than talking about myself for about an hour. What, Skeeter?
I got some good news.
Great. Okay, cool.
It's like he never said that like that, but that's the wrong thing. We're talking about Wade Barrett.
Okay.
Aren't you excited?
Sure.
Boom, da. He do his forearm. He goes boom.
Yeah, I know what he did. What
initial thoughts on Wade Barrett?
Well, we've already, you just want to wrap this up? We've talked about it. He did the arm thing. I got some good news. Hell yeah. We talked about it. What more is there to talk about Wade Barrett, Skeeter?
There's a lot to talk about Wade the Barrett.
It's not Wade the Barrett, you dumb fuck. It's Wade Barrett. I've got some good news, and I am the bar, the core. There you have it. That's it.
There's a lot. There's so much stuff to talk about. We should talk about them.
Okay, let's do it. I'm so excited. But before we do that, let's get into some business.
Okay, let's get into it. Thank you, Dragon Wagon Radio, the podcast house that houses this house of podcasts. You can listen to other great shows on there as well. They got movie podcasts and comic book podcasts and Dungeons and Dragons. Go check them out. Also, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/OYMShow. You can get this content early. You can get all sorts of exclusive stuff that is for our Patreon members, including extreme shout-outs. Isn't that right, Marky Xtreme?
Oh, hell yeah, Skeeter. The one, the weekly shout out on our podcast is just one of the many awesome kick-ass things that you will get as part of being a skid mark on our Patreon page. Like Skeeter said, you're going to get all kinds of great shit. One of my favorite things that we've started doing, actually, it's not one of my favorite things. It's one of the most least favorite things, but everybody's loving it, is the Xtreme watch-alongs that you get weekly at our Patreon page. But without further ado, it's time for our Xtreme shout-outs. And these are the Xtreme shout-outs this week. Lame Brain, Flocka171AC, Dylan Hinton, Tim Redbeard, Spot the Magic Ninja, Liam McLee, Rick Conley, Tom, Hillbilly Bryn, Angela Elias, Mr. Blix, and Miguel Diaz. Hey, god dang it, you guys are the people that keep the roof over the backyard and the food on the table before I body slam bitches through it. And if you want to become a part of that prestigious list, then go on over to patreon.com right now. Go on over to patreon.com/OIM show.
And be sure to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. That helps other people find the show. It raises our rank because Eric Bischoff, Conrad Thompson, Jim Ross, they're probably all above us in the rankings if you look at it.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
It's because they got more shows. They got more episodes, so they're going to be on top.
We don't need more shows. This is the best show.
Well, that's what's going to help is overall when people rate and review and they go, oh, this is way better than all them shows. All those shows that Conrad Thompson does that are real good. This is even better. And then we get higher up and you, the listener, get a chance to win a free t-shirt because next week for our Thanksgiving episode, we give thanks to you by picking one of the rate and reviews, reading it on the air, and giving you a free t-shirt. Right, Marky Xtreme?
Yeah, I just am sick of paying for them.
Are we paying for the rating reviews?
No, we're paying for the shirt to be made and to be sent to these people. They should be buying it, not me giving it away for free. Why do we got to keep doing this, Skeeter?
Because we're giving thanks. We love all of our listeners and our followers and all of our friends and everybody in wrestling.
Yeah, yes. I love them. I love them.
Well, and I love Wade Barrett. So let's talk about Wade Barrett. Born Stuart Alexander Bennett on August 10th, 1980 in Penwortham, Lancashire, England. He grew up in Preston, Lancashire, then moved to Wales with his family at the age of 6. Wade Barrett was inspired to become a professional wrestler by his idol, Davey Boy Smith. Oh, that's so sweet. Marky Xtreme, was there ever a wrestler that inspired you to become a professional wrestler when you were just a little boy?
No. You know, some people maybe thought that it would have been my father, but I didn't get the honor to meet him because he abandoned me. But no, I came out. I've said this before. I came out of my mama's vagina swinging a kendo stick. So it's in my blood and my uterus when I came out. And the thing is, I didn't need anybody to inspire me because I inspire myself.
Stewart engineered a degree in marine biology from the University of Liverpool, working in a science laboratory and as a recruitment consultant while training to become a wrestler.
Great. So was he also trying to be a goddamn sea diver? What the fuck?
I guess
pick a job.
He lived inside of a whale, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense, but I don't know. I don't like when people, diversify. It's like, I was born to be one thing, and I think you should just pick one goddamn thing and stick with it. What do you want to be, Wade Barrett? You want to be a goddamn fucking deep sea diver? You want to be a goddamn mermaid? What the fuck do you want to be?
Well, he's like a real life Pinocchio because Pinocchio lived in a whale for a while.
Skeeter, Pinocchio is made up child's story. It's not a real thing.
Well, he wasn't real because he was made of wood, and then he became a real boy when he got out of a whale.
You want to see some wood?
Okay.
Don't make me.
Marky Xtreme, get the wood tables.
I'll get it. If you keep this bullshit up, this fucking pity fart sprinkles and cupcakes talk, I'll pull the wood out.
While living in Liverpool in his early 20s, Bennett became a champion bare-knuckle boxer who would fight in various locations throughout Europe. He competed in a match dubbed the bare-knuckle underworld called the Battle of Butter. I guess they're fighting over butter. I'd fight for Country Crock. And then he fought and won a big cash prize. Isn't that so cool? And then he got his nose all messed up.
Whoa. How much money are we talking?
I don't know. Probably at least $100.
What the fuck? A battle over all about fucking butter, and if you eat all the butter, you get a fucking $100?
I guess so. It doesn't say everything on here, but that's probably true.
Well, why haven't you signed me up for this, Skeeter?
The Battle of Butter?
Yeah, I want to win the Battle of Butter.
Okay, let's do it. Are we going to go all the way to Europe?
I'll do what I have to do, because you know what? As a business owner, somebody with bills to pay, and a future father of Sean Waltman, I got to make some money.
That's true. Well, later, when walking in an alleyway in search of a taxi, he was stabbed with an 8-inch blade by someone who attempted to steal his money.
New Jack.
And then, was it New Jack?
Oh, I don't know. I just was assuming. Did I say that out loud? Holy shit! Fuck, Skeeter, stop the recording.
Okay.
Stop the recording. Take out 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. You are stopping the recording, aren't you? Because we've gotten a lot. We've got a lot of fucking people that have said, I heard you say this, I heard you say that. So I don't know if you're like sending them these clips privately or whatever, but you know, I just need to fucking make sure, Skeeter, that you are actually stopping the recording.
I'm not listening to anything you're saying right now.
Okay. I made a comment about New Jack. I need you to take it out, because if New Jack hears that, he could potentially get pretty pissed. I'm terrified of New Jack because he's a scary goddamn dude, and I don't want to upset him. And he is also a hardcore legend that I fully respect. So let's start the show back in 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3. And there's no New Jack. We're talking about butter.
Shh.
So Wade Barrett didn't talk about it for legal reasons, but he said he injured the assailant and escaped with the money despite significant blood loss. Now that's hardcore.
Hell yeah.
See, aren't you glad we're talking about Wade Barrett? Because he's like a superhero crime fighter, man.
My tits are getting harder by the second.
All right. Bennett decided to become a professional wrestler at the age of 21 and was trained by John Ritchie and Al Snow. He made his professional wrestling debut in June 2004 using the ring name Stu Sanders. Mark Xtreme, how important is it to find the right trainer when becoming a professional wrestler?
It's the most vital and most important thing that you can do in your business, you know, because let's give an example, Skeeter. If you wanted to learn how to make fucking Play-Doh.
Oh, can I?
No. But if you wanted to,
Oh,
and you decided, hey, I want to learn how to make Play-Doh, and you go to a barber, they ain't going to be able to teach you how to make fucking Play-Doh. So you got to go to a Play-Doh, a licensed Play-Doh maker, which I'm sure you know several because you're
factory. You got to go to the factory.
You got to go to a Play-Doh factory, which I'm sure you know exactly where it is because you live in a goddamn toddler paradise. So you got to, it's the most important thing to go is to work and get trained by people that know what they're doing, you know? And I tell people all the time that come to me on a daily basis and they ask me, hey, Marky Xtreme, you've been in this business a long time. You're a 15+ year undefeated champion. Where should I go to learn how to be as good of a wrestler as you? And I say, well, you know, Lance Storm's Wrestling Academy, you know, the Hart Family Dungeon, you know, the Team 3D Dudley Boys Academy, you know,
The Performance Center.
The Performance Center, you know, Kane and Pritchard's wrestling school in Tennessee, you know, the Good Brothers Wrestling Academy, you know, Who else has a wrestling school? Lots of
WCW Power Plant.
the power plant. You know, all those places. Don't go to any of those places because those motherfuckers are bitches and they don't know what they're doing. Come to the Backyard Wrestling Academy. This isn't an ad. This is the Skeeter. You know, we're talking about where to get trained right. And Backyard Wrestling Academy is the place where you come, you learn the basics, and we teach you the basics straight away. Chair shots first, and soon thereafter you're jumping straight to moonsaults. And so we care about shaping the future of this business.
Yeah, I got to agree, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I asked Mark Xtreme myself, and I said, "Where do I go?" He says, "Come here. This is where you come." And so I come to Backyard Wrestling all the time. I come there. I come to Mark Xtreme. I come every chance I get when I'm there. I come in the backyard, and I leave satisfied.
Yeah, I care. I mean, there's nothing more I care about than when people come with me.
After appearing as part of a security team on November 13th, 2006 episode of Raw in Manchester, like the one we talked about in our Sheamus episode, Bennett participated in a tryout with World Wrestling Entertainment. Psst, that's WWE.
I know!
Later that month, he had another tryout in 2007 and signed a developmental contract with him in October, and he was assigned to Ohio Valley Wrestling under his Stu Sanders ring name. He then formed a tag team with Paul Burchill, the Pirate Man, and on January 2nd, 2008, Sanders and Burchill defeated Colt Cabana and Charles Evans to win the OVW Southern Tag Team Championships, and they held them for nearly 2 months, and then they lost them to Los Locos.
Los Locos is my favorite tacos. You know what makes me think about when I hear Paul Burchill and Stu Sanders? You know what I think about, Skeeter?
What?
I think about how cool of an accent that they have. Very, very cool accent. I'm afraid I got some good news, Skeeter. Can you do I don't know. You freak me out when you do you sound like wrestlers. Can you do it? Can you sound like Wade Barrett, Stu Sanders?
Oh, like what he says?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What does he say? Because I don't think I said it right before.
I'm afraid I got some bad news.
Holy shit. How do you do that? It's fucking creepy.
What did I do?
I'm going to call an exorcist. I swear to God.
I already exercised today.
That's not what. Anyways, go watch the goddamn Exorcist, you fucking baby. No, but yes, that's what I want to sound like. And you know what? I've been considering taking on an accent because I feel like it would broaden my international appeal. I feel like I'd get a hotter girlfriend. I think it's about time I get an accent.
There's so many to choose from. How you gonna choose?
I mean, I just figured I could just start making a funny voice, and then when people are like, "Why do you sound like that?" It's my accent.
Yeah, it's where you're born from.
Yeah, exactly. So,
are you gonna just? Can we get a sample of it right here exclusively on the podcast?
Well, I don't know. It's I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress, but like.
Oh, here. I'll role play with you. I'll role play. Can we role play? I just traveled here and I don't know where the bus is. Sir, can you help me?
Hey there. Hey.
And then I also got this one. Oh, hello. No, I can't. I don't think I can do that one. It's not appropriate no more. Hello, mate. Oh, that one's not that bad.
Was that Korean?
I think so.
That's great. That's great. Then you can work the territories.
That's what I'm thinking. Trying to broaden my horizons. Can you take out the part that I did that offensive any of those that are offensive. I don't know what is offensive anymore, and I
was
just don't want to
offended
offend
by
anybody.
All of them.
Well, then take them all out. Let's just stop this episode. Can I go home, please?
We got to do this episode. People love this show.
We
People
don't
want-
gotta do it. That's the truth. You want me to shoot hard, bitch? We don't gotta do this. This is not something we have to do. I'm giving the world a blessing. And that's like that's like Jesus coming and saying, do I have to forgive you for your sins? No. But I am choosing to because I am a good man. That's what Jesus said. I forgive you for all your spins. And I am like Jesus a little bit in that way.
Thank you for all the gifts you give us. And this
You're
is another
welcome.
gift. People, no other wrestling podcast gives what you give. You're
Exactly.
a champion. You know everything there is about wrestling, yet you've not achieved the success that everyone else has because
Okay,
you're
no,
just
I've
stuck in
done-
the backyard.
No, Skeeter, I'm doing just fucking fine, thank you. And you know what's another thing that I know about is I know a goddamn cool ass shirt when I see one. And Skeeter, where can the fine listeners at home, our loyal skid marks, get one of our sick On Your Mark t-shirts?
Well, you can get one of our shirts. I don't think it makes you sick, but ProWrestlingTees.com/OYM show. After you go and get your exorcist size, then you can look all swole in the gym with all your friends and your girlfriends and your boyfriends and wearing those shirts like the BWE shirt, the Marky Xtreme shirt, the Skeeter Skyflyer shirt, the Extreme Cruise shirt, the King of Backyard Style shirt, all them shirts. There's tons of shirts. There's more shirts than there are days of the week, I'm pretty sure. And you'll be the talk of the town.
Hell yeah, that's right. So go march your happy ass on over right now to ProWrestlingTees.com/OYM show.
After WWE ended their relationship with OVW as a developmental territory, Sanders was moved to Florida Championship Wrestling with several other wrestlers. And then on May 6, 2008, Sanders and Drew McIntyre, known as the Empire, defeated the Puerto Rico Nightmares to win the FCW Tag Team Championships. And then later they lost him. And then he changed his name to Lawrence Knight. And then he did commentary and then he got hurt. Mark Xtreme, how many times should you change your name in wrestling?
I think this is like a case-by-case basis, Skeeter, because you got people with dumb names. Like John Cena, who should have changed it a long time ago, maybe not only changed his name, but got a face transplant and became a whole entirely different person, or just disappear. You know, that would make me happy. But it's a case by case basis, Skeeter, because, you know, someone like me, Marky Xtreme, that's a money name, you know, that screams money. But then you got, you know, dumb names in wrestling. You know, fucking Nick Aldis and goddamn dumbass names like Nicholas. You know, Skeeter Skyflyer is a name that I think that you might want to consider changing. These are all names
to Nicholas.
No, why would you do that? I just said that was a dumb name too.
Yeah, but you know what it is?
What?
Nicholas. He's a former tag team champion.
Yeah, but you're not Nicholas.
Oh, that's a good point.
So anyways, yes, it's, you know, I think it's a simple answer. It's case by case basis. Some people, yeah, it's important to change names. And then some people, it's important to keep the name you got.
What would you rename John Cena as?
Fucking ass fuck. Big pussy fuck. Dumb fucking motherfucker. Son of a bitch. Piece of dried up pussy fart. Shit covered sandal. I would cry. I will call the cops and tell them to cut it off.
That sounds pretty cool, but that's going to be hard to sign autographs. Barrett competed on the first season of NXT with Chris Jericho as his storyline mentor. His first appearance at NXT was on the inaugural episode of NXT on February 23rd, when he acted as Jericho's ring announcer. Barrett made his in-ring debut on the following episode of NXT, defeating Daniel Bryan. And on May 11th, Barrett was ranked in first place in the pros poll. And then on June 1st, 2010, Barrett won the overall competition and a WWE contract by beating Justin Gabriel, David Otunga in the season finale. That's history right there, Marky Xtreme. He won NXT.
Oh, great. Good for him.
You heard it straight from the champ's mouth. That's praise. That is high praise.
No, I was being sarcastic, Skeeter. I don't care when people do fucking great things. I don't want anybody to do good shit. But fucking me.
What'd you say?
I said, Skeeter, I don't want anybody to do better but fucking me.
Oh, okay. That's a t-shirt. That right there is a t-shirt.
Put it on a shirt.
Okay. Put on a shirt. We should put on pants too on the back.
Wherever.
We put your face right in the middle.
I feel strongly about that message. I fully endorse that message.
I feel strongly about every message you sent. And I wish you wrote fortune cookies. On June 7th, 2010 edition of Monday Night Raw, Barrett was at the forefront of an attack by the NXT rookies consisting of Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, Darren Young, Skip Sheffield, Michael Tarver, Daniel Bryan, and David Otunga as they interfered in the main event match between John Cena and CM Punk, attacking both competitors, the Straight Edge Society, the announce team, the timekeeper, and the ring announcer, Justin Roberts, before they destroyed the ring area and surrounding equipment. Cena, in particular, was heavily attacked by the rookies, who hit him with their finishing moves, and the group continued to attack during main events and even Mr. McMahon. And then the group, on July 5th, 2010, was named the Nexus. Marky Xtreme, what are your thoughts on the group Nexus?
It was something that, at the time I was, I was pretty into, I don't think it reached its full potential, and that's not in part of the boys. The boys were out there tearing the house down, other than like a Heath Slater. I don't think he fit in there that much, but you got guys out there like goddamn behemoths like Ryback, he was in there. Skip Sheffield. I mean, yes, he became Ryback, you idiot.
Do, what do you poo?
What?
That's what he said. Do, what do you poo?
I don't think he said that. I don't think anybody's ever said that. But I think it's another case in point of WWE holding back these guys from their true opportunities. And it's, like my biggest fear of going to the WWE is, I am a one-man Nexus. I am equally, you put all those guys, smash them together, asses to wieners, and if they suck all their powers out of each other and put them in one human, then you get a Marky Xtreme. I'm pretty much as powerful as the whole group. So I know going into WWE that they wouldn't know what to fucking do to me, or do with me. I'm afraid, to be misused. It's much like why Sting didn't join WWE for all those years. He didn't want them to fuck him.
Well, this is exciting. I want to explore this. So what part of you is Daniel Bryan?
Oh, fuck. I mean, my pecker's as big as him.
Okay, so we're finding out all the pieces of Nexus that's inside Marky Xtreme. Okay, what part of you is Justin Gabriel?
My pecs.
And what about Darren Young?
My personality.
Heath Slater.
I know everybody's thinking it. My goddamn hair color. Big fucking deal.
Michael Tarver.
Which one was that?
That's the guy. Oh, the bandana, because he put on his face.
Yeah, so bandana. There you go. There you go.
Dave Otunga.
Smile.
Oh, I thought it'd be the lawyers. Skip Sheffield.
Muscles.
And of course, Wade Barrett.
I would have to say his leadership skills.
That makes sense. Marky Xtreme, as we talk about the Nexus, who was your favorite member of the Nexus?
Skeeter, I could tell you right now, I don't fucking give a fuck. There wasn't a person I was like, bleh, 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 oh my God, he's my favorite member of Nexus. That's like saying, Skeeter, who's your favorite Beatle? Nobody fucking liked the Beatles. Nobody had the band, the Beatles, Skeeter, not
what are you talking about?
Exactly. Nobody knew what the fucking Beatles are. So it's like somebody saying, "Oh, I had my favorite Beatle or whatever," you know. So it's not a big fucking deal. And I didn't have a favorite member, but you know, I'm sure people did. And I mean, you know, so but if I had to pick one off the top of my head, it would have to be my boy Skip Sheffield.
Oh, he's a close second for me. Very close second.
Oh, who's your first, Skeeter?
John Cena.
Fuck off. Fuck off of the side of the planet. Walk to the edge of the fucking planet and fuck off of it, Skeeter. Fuck right off the edge of the planet.
Well, yeah, I know Justin Gabriel's right up there too, but I love John Cena.
Oh yeah, look at me. I love John Cena. Oh, I love John Cena.
Well, Marky Xtreme, that's a big toll ride.
Wait, fuck no. First of all, fuck you. No. And second of all, no. That audio cannot fucking leave this episode. You hear me? You. This is on you. And also all you skid mark motherfuckers at home listening. If any of you fuckers take that audio and do anything with it, make a fucking video and try to tweet it, I swear to God, I will block you faster than your mama fucking makes out with me. And you know, so don't fucking try. Don't even try it. My block list is climbing.
Wait, Marky Xtreme, I thought you also like John Cena. That's what you just said.
I was being sarcastic, Skeeter. And in sarcasm, I made a joke and I said I love John Cena.
Yeah. Toll ride.
No, fuck you. No fucking toll ride. And no, Skeeter, I don't love John Cena, even though I said, fuck off. No. Even though I said I love John Cena.
Toll ride.
Fuck you.
I got too many open beverages right now.
I can't do it. I can't. I fuck it. I'm exhausted.
Wade Barrett confronted CM Punk, who had taken over the leadership of the Nexus while Barrett was injured. Punk gave Barrett the opportunity to regain the leadership, stating that if he won a triple threat steel cage match involving Randy Orton and Sheamus to determine the number one contender for the Miz's WWE Championship, Punk would not only give up the leadership, but work for Barrett's Nexus. However, during the match, Punk came down to ringside, attacked Barrett, and as he was about to win, took off Barrett's Nexus armband, symbolically removing him from the Nexus, resulting in Barrett losing the match. Why would CM Punk lie to Wade Barrett, Marky Xtreme?
Why would anybody lie to anybody to take advantage of them and get to further better places? Why do I lie to you?
I don't know.
To take advantage of you.
Oh,
I've told
you
that. I literally,
me.
I lie to you all the time.
Are you lying right now?
Yeah, I am. Whatever. You know, whatever. People lie, Skeeter. People lie to take advantage of people and to get more. You know?
They lie, they cheat, they steal. They lie, they cheat, they steal.
Eddie Guerrero was one of the famous, the best.
Okay, well, if he lied to him to take advantage of him, then why take the armband? Because that's personal property.
Because that was a way to say, hey, you're my bitch. That's like sometimes, Skeeter, when you're in the backyard doing squats.
Yeah.
I walk up to you and I take your hat off and I rub my fucking junk all over it. I pull all of my junk out. I rub my junk over it. That's a way to show you dominance, and a way to show you that I own you, and a way to show you that you're my bitch. That's the same thing.
That's not friendship? Because a stranger wouldn't do that.
You find the right stranger, they might. I bet I could find you a guy that would. In fact, I know a guy that you ask him nice enough, he'll pull his balls out and you put it right on your hat.
Well, he wouldn't do it as good as you, Marky Xtreme, because you're the champ and you're the best.
I know.
At the January 17, 2011 edition of SmackDown, Barrett was joined by Ezekiel Jackson and his former Nexus stablemates, Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater, who had left the Nexus the previous Monday. For the group, they named themselves The Core. Marky Xtreme, which group was more dominant, Nexus or The Core?
C, fucking Marky Xtreme's Pecker World Order. Neither of them were fucking the dominant. Like I said, in our episode about the Hardcore Championship, it's like a watered down White Claw. It's not as good as the real thing. The best stable that ever existed.
Retribution.
Fuck off. The NWO, they were the best, and everything pales in comparison. And so I don't think either of them, what the Core, what is that? What does that even mean?
Like an apple. An apple's got a core.
Exactly. Okay. What is so intimidating about that? And maybe in your world, your toddler, nightmares, apple core probably scares you,
yeah.
But for me and my grown ass man, nightmares. You know what scares me, Skeeter?
New Jack.
Just continue.
Apple core is scary, Marky Xtreme, because if you eat the seeds in it, the apple tree grows inside of you and you die.
I don't even know how to respond to that. That is... Fuck me, man. I'm so over this shit.
Well,
I wish a fucking apple tree would grow in you and blow you up.
Then I'd be dead.
That would be great.
That's I don't know. I don't think I'd like that very much. A couple months later, Wade Barrett won his first Intercontinental Championship from Kofi Kingston. He went on to win that title 4 more times, making that a total of 5 times. He's also a former King of the Ring and a Slammy Award winner. Marky Xtreme, serious question. How come your company, Backyard Wrestling Entertainment, doesn't have any awards like the Slammies?
We do.
You do?
Yeah, but I've given them all to myself.
I missed the ceremonies. What is it?
I just make the trophies and then I just put them on my shelf in my bedroom. I don't have time for ceremonies. I'm running a company.
Do they have a name?
I give myself all kinds of trophies, Wrestler of the Year, BW Wrestler of the Year, BW Match of the Year, BW Biggest Pecker, BWE hottest man in the world, BWE biggest fucking muscles, BWE. I have about 40 trophies I've made for myself.
Wow. You're so accomplished. That's amazing. You're not only an undefeated champion, you also make trophies for yourself and win them. You beat out everybody else. You're truly amazing.
You only get the future you want when you make it in your own factory.
In December of 2013, Wade Barrett took on a new persona known as Bad News Barrett that he had done on the JBL and Cole show. Do you remember Bad News Barrett? Because he would have his little hammer, and then he'd stand on that giant robot accordion ladder, and he'd go, I'm afraid of all the bad news.
I'm so afraid I got some good news.
I'm afraid I got good news. Oh, that was your... Do you like Bad News Barrett more than the other Wade Barrett?
Sure. Who do you like more, Skeeter?
Well, it's tough. I like all the Barretts, but I think that one was fun because of his little hammer.
I don't understand why some wrestlers need props. You know, are you not enough? I go out there. I got my belt. It's not a prop. It's a championship. It's a title. And I don't need any props. You know, I don't need a hammer. I don't need a sledgehammer. I don't need as much as I love Sting, I don't need a baseball bat. You know, my baseball bat's between my legs. And I have 2 fists. And that's all the fuck I need.
That's James Ellsworth.
No, what are you talking about?
He's the man. I'm a man with 2 fists, and I'm
okay.
I'll
Don't reference James Ellsworth in our podcast, Skeeter. And if you dare ever try to do an fucking episode on him, I will fire you.
So we should do an episode on James Ellsworth?
Do you want to be fired?
It happens a lot, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, because you're being punished constantly for being a fuck up.
Oh. Okay, so no James Ellsworth episode.
No James Ellsworth episode.
But a follow-up episode on Nicholas is okay.
Oh, God. Continue. You better continue. You're on thin ice.
In 2015, Bad News Barrett defeated Neville. Psst, that's Pac.
I know.
To win the King of the Ring tournament. As King, Barrett teamed up with Stardust. Psst, that's Cody Rhodes.
I know.
To form the tag team of Lords of Darkness. That's a cool name, but it's too scary. They fought in a match at SummerSlam against Neville and actor Steven Asmel, who he's on that super
Asmel.
Steven Asmel, who's on that superhero show Airbro.
I know.
Barrett and Stardust didn't win. Marky Xtreme, do you think you could beat up Hollywood actor Steven Asmel?
Is that even a real question, or are you ripping?
I think I wrote it down, so it's probably real.
Okay, it's a real question. Let me think once or twice. Yeah, I think I could beat up a stupid phony actor. Yeah, because you know what? I'm not a fucking actor. Fuck actors. Oh, out there, I'm pretending I'm a fireman. Oh, but I'm over here. I'm pretending I'm an astronaut and I am going to space like Matthew McConaughey. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I am? I'm a real goddamn champion. I am a real goddamn ass-whooping machine, and I don't need to go out there with no scripts or no bullshit. And if I ever went to WWE, they'd try to hand me a goddamn script, I would pull my pants down, pull my ass out, spread my cheeks, and clean my ass in front of them with it. Clean my dirty ass.
Is that going to be on the WWE Network?
Hey, might spike a rating, and that's what I do best.
You certainly do. And, we're running short on time, and there's so many things to talk about here. We talked previously about the League of Nations, the group of Alberto Del Rio, Wade Barrett, Rusev, and Sheamus. They had a match, a 4-on-3 match at WrestleMania 32 against the New Day, in which they won, and then they got beat up by the legends afterwards inside the ring of Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels, and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That was sick.
You like that?
I like that. I like watching all that. Got Stone Cold out there stunning them, and it was cool.
Yes, I liked it too. It was a lot of fun. And then there was a lot of matches that Wade Barrett had lost before that. And then on April 4th episode of Monday Night Raw, they beat up Wade Barrett and said he was the weak link, and they kicked him out of the group. And then Wade Barrett left the WWE. Mark Xtreme, during that time, did you try and make a deal with Wade Barrett to work for the Backyard Wrestling Entertainment?
We put some calls into his people that, we got several people on the phone in his team, and they said, stop fucking calling us. Who the fuck are you? And, ribbing, just constant ribbing. So, I think it's looking promising for, future appearance by Wade Barrett, but that is still pending. But you know what else is promising, Skeeter? Before we get to the end of this episode, I got to get this in because they're a proud sponsor. It is the fresh new batch of coleslaw over at Hillbilly Tim's Coleslaw Shop. Skeeter, Hillbilly Tim's Coleslaw Shop has been serving coleslaw for people for years. The hottest and freshest coleslaw that you can get on the market. Skeeter, in one word or less, what do you have to say about Hillbilly Tim's Coleslaw Restaurant?
Rat tailless.
That's two. I think that's one word. Anyways, but don't take it from us. Take it from Hillbilly Tim himself, right here to tell you a little bit more about Hillbilly Tim's Coleslaw Restaurant.
Hey there, everybody. Come on down to Hillbilly Tim's Coleslaw Restaurant. That's Hillbilly Tim's, the coldest slaw this side of Slauson Boulevard. Tune in now for our weekly specials.
At Hillbilly Tim's Coleslaw, we've got all the slaws covered. Cold slaw, hot slaw, spicy slaw, and even sauerkraut. Come on in this week for our special opportunity to eat one of the weirdest slaws you'll ever have, called Robbie.
Only at Hillbilly Tim's Coleslaw, Slauson Boulevard, Los Angeles. Oh, yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. Go get some fresh out of the boat coleslaw from Hillbilly Tim.
During the time that Wade Barrett had left the WWE, he then went on to make movies. Mark Xtreme, you seen any of Wade Barrett's movies?
No, fuck no. I don't support actors.
Oh, that makes sense. Because, yeah, you mad at John Cena because he's a fireman. On November 8th, 2018, Stuben made his Lucha Underground debut on the season 4 finale. He appeared in a epilogue-style segment with a cigar and said his catchphrase. And then a day later, he announced on Twitter his name was going to be The Lord. Then Lucha Underground ultimately closed its doors after season 4, and therefore Bennett never got to appear for the company again. Mark Xtreme, there are a lot of rumors and innuendos that you were also going to be joining season 5 of Lucha Underground. Is that true?
Well, I didn't want to really talk about this, but we were going to invade Lucha Underground. But somebody fucked up the directions to where Lucha Underground was, and we ended up in a very much the wrong location. Would you like to tell them a little bit more about how you fucked that one up, Skeeter?
Yeah, okay. I thought maybe it was one of the ribs where they say it's underground, but it's really in a building above ground. So we went in the area of Los Angeles, and we found the tallest building we could. We checked on the roof, and it wasn't up there.
First mistake, Lucha Underground, not on the top of a roof, you stupid idiot.
I thought it was one of them ribs. That's they like, oh yeah, it's underground, but it's really up top because no one would see it up there.
They can't do that because that would be false advertising, and then they could go to jail.
Yeah, that's I lesson learned. Lesson learned.
I should citizens arrest you.
That means you gotta hold my hands.
I'll do what I have to do.
Barrett briefly joined NWA as part of the commentary team, replacing Jim Cornette, but due to the Mac coronavirus, they had to shut down tapings. So Barrett came back to the WWE and is now on the commentary team for NXT. Barrett went from NXT to NXT. Wade Barrett's career is like a full human centipede. His career started where he ate, and it all came back to him in the end. Mark Xtreme, do you want your career to be a human centipede?
I think I know what you're trying to ask me. And you know what? I've looked into the future a little bit and thought, where's my future going to go? And you know what? I don't like to talk about, spiritual stuff too much on this podcast, but I went to a fortune teller recently and I asked, what does my future look like? And she said, you're going to go and you're going to do great things. You're going to go to the WWE. You're going to go straight to WrestleMania, beat John Cena in a murder match, become the WWE champion. You're going to toil in there for years and giving the fans the dream matches they've always wanted, but you're going to come back to the backyard. You're going to end your career where it all started. And so, yeah, Skeeter, theoretically, my career is going to be like a human centipede.
That's amazing. You and Wade Barrett. That's beautiful. There's nothing more beautiful in this world than a human centipede. Maybe a rainbow, but it's not very close.
I would have to agree.
In closing, Marky Xtreme, do you think Wade Barrett will ever step back into the ring again?
In closing, Skeeter Skyflyer, I don't give a fuck.
There you heard it straight, uncensored from the champ's mouth. That's Marky Xtreme, everybody. You're not going to hear that nowhere else. Be sure to check out other shows on Dragon Wagon Radio. They got many a fine show. Marky Xtreme, what's your favorite show on Dragon Wagon Radio?
On Your Mark Wrestling Podcast.
That makes sense. Oh, yeah. Oh, that should be mine, too. Go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/OYM show, where you're going to get these episodes beforehand. You're going to get our question mark lives in case you missed it when it was live. You're going to get extreme watch alongs. You're going to get so much bonus content. If you didn't have someone behind you like this human centipede, you're just going to lose it. It's going to fall out of you, and then it's just going to go nowhere. And be sure to rate and review the podcast on Apple Podcasts, because we're giving away a t-shirt next week. Give us 5 stars if you will, and then also write something a little nice. It takes you less than 2 minutes of your time, and we're going to be giving thanks with our Thanksgiving episode special next week. Marky Xtreme, if you bring the... Oh, what are you supposed to eat at Thanksgiving? If you bring the...
Giblet gravy.
If you give the giblet gravy, then I'll bring the cornflakes.
Okay. And if you bring your face, Skeeter, I'll bring my fist.
Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to be back next week with a brand new episode. Bye-bye.
Dragon